For years, Song Joong Ki has been a name synonymous with star power, influence, and massive public interest across Asia. Yet at a time when many expect him to stage another major breakthrough, the actor surprised the public by revealing that his happiest moment does not come from flashing lights or box office records, but from enjoying a morning cappuccino with his wife. Behind that seemingly simple confession lies a deeper narrative about priorities, personal evolution, and the transformation of a man who has experienced peak success, a high-profile divorce, remarriage, and the journey of fatherhood with 2 young children. A star who no longer chases the spotlight for happiness. In a recently released behind-the-scenes video by Hyzam Studio, Song Joong Ki appears not as the imposing Vincenzo Cassano or the charismatic Captain Yu Shai-jin, who once captivated all of Asia, but as a calm, grounded, almost unexpectedly serene version of himself. When asked about his happiest moment of the day, he responded, "It's when I make a cappuccino in the morning and enjoy it with my wife." A simple statement, yet it reveals a man who has reorganized his life around family, finding joy in small routines that others often overlook. The actor shared that he drinks 2 cups of coffee a day, a hot cappuccino in the morning and an iced Americano in the afternoon. But to him, this is not just caffeine consumption, it's a ritual of appreciating life. He enjoys sprinkling a bit of cinnamon or adding a touch of honey, tiny gestures that reflect a man who has learned to value stillness and presence. From heartbreak to a second rebirth, public memory cannot detach Song Joong Ki from his brief but intensely public marriage to Song Hye-kyo, an iconic union that ended abruptly after just 2 years. Years later, he remarried British actress Katy Louise Saunders, who is not part of the Korean entertainment scene, but has given him a stable and warm domestic life. Now a father of 2, a son and a daughter, Song Joong Ki often speaks about his family with unmistakable pride. From a top star once pushed into the center of controversy, he has shifted into a family-focused life that many peers have yet to embrace. A blissful marriage, but a wavering career. While his personal life has found harmony, his career trajectory tells a different story. His latest drama, My Youth, intended to mark his strong return to television, unexpectedly recorded a disappointing 2.9% rating on JTBC, far below expectations for an A-list actor. Despite a youthful and polished character design, that very youthfulness has become a double-edged sword. At age 40, his famously boyish face, once an advantage now, reduces the believability of roles requiring emotional complexity and maturity. He is often unfavorably compared to fellow actors of the same generation, such as Hyun Bin, Lee Dong-wook, Lee Jun-hyuk, and Park Sung-hoon, all of whom possess a more mature screen presence. The result is an awkward limbo, too youthful to fully embody layered, middle-aged characters, yet no longer the ideal fit for youthful romance dramas. The deeper issue, playing too safe with scripts. Although he once made remarkable marks with hits such as Sunkyunkwan Scandal, A Werewolf Boy, Descendants of the Sun, and Vincenzo, his recent film projects have failed to leave a notable impression. The problem goes beyond appearance. Industry experts note that Song Joong Ki has been choosing overly safe scripts works, lacking narrative ambition or psychological depth. While his contemporaries expand into edgier, multi-dimensional roles, he appears to remain within the comfort zone of familiar character types. This raises an important question. Is he intentionally slowing down to prioritize family? Or is he genuinely stuck in redefining his artistic identity? Has Song Joong Ki quietly shifted his life goals? Listening to him speak about morning cappuccinos, good dinners, and the joy of fatherhood, it becomes clearer that a transformation has taken place. He is no longer the Song Joong Ki of his golden era, relentlessly chasing hit dramas, global trends, and explosive ratings. He now embodies a more personal, private version of himself, a man who finds fulfillment not in applause, but in quiet rituals shared with loved ones. Yet, from a career perspective, staying still for too long invites the inevitable question: is he losing his long-established position in the industry? Conclusion: the trade-off of a man who has truly grown up, Song Joong Ki stands at a compelling crossroads, content in marriage yet facing stagnation in his professional path. But perhaps for someone who has weathered public storms and intense scrutiny, the peace he finds at home is worth more than any industry accolade. The future depends on his next choices. Will he maintain this gentle pace, or will he take risks to reclaim his top-tier status? In every morning cappuccino, Song Joong Ki finds happiness. But will he find himself again on screen? That is the question both audiences and the industry await him to answer.